Happy Friday, folks. It is a happy Friday. Yeah, ça c'est un bon vendredi. Yes, it is a happy Friday because we have some news. Remember when you throw a party, when your parents expressly told you that, please, do not do that while we are going out for a couple of days. And then all of a sudden they cut their trip short and they come back and they found that you turn the house into a clubhouse. All right. And everybody's like, ooh, it's time to get out. This is exactly what is happening here because we just got some news from the Department of Justice. Folks, the Department of Justice, this is not some, SEC thing. All right. Even though I'm believing that it might have been Mr. Gensler behind it. But hey, when it comes to the DOJ, things are starting to escalate big time. Because they just announced today, this is literally, 9 minutes ago from Reuters. They announced that they're launching an expensive, broad prop into short selling between hedge funds and research firms. The U.S. Department of Justice has launched an expensive criminal investigation into short selling by hedge funds and research firms, according to two people familiar with the matter. Investigators are probing firms' trading records, public reports the firms issued on certain stocks, and the web of relationships some may have used to push stocks lower, people said. So, just to give you a little bit of example of literally what is happening here, we've seen multiple times this year in the market, especially with AMC, but with some other bunch of stocks. Some research firm like Citron firm, all right, or a law firm like Hindenburg will randomly issue a report saying, well, we are shorting this company, or we believe that this company, after research we did, it's not following the rules, or is doing fraud, or is doing something bad. And because of that, we are shorting the stock. But the thing is, prior to issuing that report, they will start shorting the stock either by buying lots of puts, options, or by just shorting the stock itself directly. All right. And once the report is out there, people will start paper handing and selling. The suits and the institutional investors will pull back from the stock, hence pushing the price even further. And then the media will start picking up the story. The further the share price will drop, the further the media will continue to, pick up on the story, spreading FUD, and then more paper hand will start selling the stock, pushing the share price even further down. This happened to Chinese companies at the beginning of this year. SOS Limited, the Chinese cryptocurrency miner is, an example, but also AMC, it's another perfect example. All right. So the DOJ is now looking into, hey, what is happening here? Because we are seeing a pattern. We see a pattern between research firms, might potentially be working together, colluding with such hedge funds, and potentially also some other media reports, and anything to actually make them work and profit big time, big money into their short selling strategies. I mean, do you know that by just buying a put option, if the stock drops 40%, which happened, all across the board, and with AMC being a perfect example, you can benefit like thousands of percent on your put option in a matter of a week? I mean, so they're investigating those as well. Now, the thing is, there are already some companies that are in the radar, all right? Even though this research is across all the board within all hedge funds, short selling and working with research firms, all right? Because among the stocks, this is what the DOJ is saying. Trading activity the DOJ is examining are Luckin Coffee Inc. and GSX Tikiru Inc., on which Carson Bucks, Muddy Waters Capital, and Andrew Left, Citron Research, Circulated Research, Bloomberg said. In a statement, Citron's research said that it knows of no wrongdoing and has cooperated fully with the government's investigation. Yeah, of course. It's the DOJ. You don't mess with them. Trading in short targets such as Santa Ana, California-based Bank of California and Mallinckrodt PLC is also being examined, Bloomberg reported. But the DOJ probe comes after the U.S. securities regulator earlier this year, Mr. JJ, said he's considering measures to require big investors to disclose more about short positions and bet that stocks will fall on the use of derivatives to bet on other stock moves, right? Seems like I was right. Mr. Gensler might be behind this thing, because all of a sudden it just, tu ne te réveilles pas juste un jour comme ça là et le DOJ commence à repasser. No, you just don't woke up, a morning and, you are the DOJ and you start investigating. It might have been some, extensive examples, all right? So, remember Citron? Yeah, Citron, one of the world's best-known short sellers, in January said it will publicly stop detailing companies' shortcomings following backlash against it, and others who said retailer GameStop stock is not worth its price. So, this is funny because it started with AMC and GameStop, which was, as I mentioned many times on my channel, just the tip of the iceberg. All right. So this is another very bullish catalyst because this adds to the pressure. All right. This adds to the pressure on the short sellers to actually exit the play and start covering, which means this goes to the moon. But I would expect this to continue to have some, down pressure, additional down pressure on the stock. Like today, it's already down 10%. But the news just came out, all right? So I'm expecting on the few weeks to come, don't be afraid, or don't be surprised to start seeing maybe the 25, maybe the 24, maybe the 10s. I don't know. I'm just saying that I wouldn't be surprised if, they start really swinging one last, punch before this whole thing starts to do what it's supposed to do. All right. So more to come on this in the next videos today and sure this weekend.